In 1945, the US became the first country to use nuclear weapons in war. And 77 years later, the world faces the threat of a similar disaster.
Для защиты России и нашего народа мы, безусловно, используем все имеющиеся в нашем распоряжении средства. Это не блеф.
Bragging that they can destroy with nuclear weapons not only a certain country but the entire planet.
Russia would be making an incredibly serious mistake if we're to use a tactical nuclear weapon.
The risk of nuclear war is a real one.
Russia could launch a nuclear attack within months.
The world is closer to Armageddon.
Russia has the biggest nuclear arsenal in the world.
The president saying Putin is not joking.
Not once, not twice. Russia has warned it is not averse to playing the ultimate card on numerous occasions.
Что ответ России будет незамедлительным и приведет вас к таким последствиям, с которыми вы в своей истории еще никогда.
Don't. It will change the face of war unlike anything since World War II.
Putin has called Russia's nuclear arsenal a deterrent factor in conflicts. But he's stopped short of pledging not to be the first to use them. In fact, he's warned that the risk of nuclear war is rising.
У нас стратегия наша применения средств защиты, а именно как защиту мы рассматриваем оружие массового поражения, ядерное оружие. Она вся настроена вокруг так называемого ответно-встречного удара. То есть, когда по нам наносится удар, мы наносим в ответ.
When a nuclear device explodes, a large fireball is created. Everything inside this fireball vaporizes, including soil and water, and is carried upwards. This creates the mushroom cloud that we associate with a nuclear blast. The radioactive material from the nuclear device mixes with the vaporized material in the mushroom cloud, and as this vaporized radioactive material cools, it becomes condensed and forms particles such as dust. The condensed radioactive material then falls back to the earth.
Nuclear war simulation between NATO and Russia.
In March 2022, the IAEA, that is, the UN's International Atomic Energy Agency, generated a nuclear war simulation to visualize the global consequences of a nuclear war between Russia and NATO members. While NATO has a combined estimated population of over 944 million people, Russia has an estimated population of 146 million people. The simulation has divided the impact of the nuclear war into three main stages.
Stage 1: Nuclear war.
As soon as a nuclear bomb is dropped, a white-hot flash of radiation would incinerate thousands within seconds. The shock waves would level buildings 1,000 miles away, and an estimated 178 million people would reportedly die within 24 hours of the first nuclear strike. This would result in 92 million deaths. That's 63% of the Russian population and 86 million or 9% deaths of the combined NATO population. Scientists explain that the most immediate effect of a nuclear explosion is an intense burst of nuclear radiation, which is primarily gamma rays and neutrons. Experts say the thermal flash lasts many seconds and accounts for more than 1/3 of the weapon's explosive energy. The intense heat that is generated can cause severe burns on exposed flesh as far as 32 kilometers away. Exposure of the eye to the bright flash of a nuclear detonation would either cause flash blindness or retinal burns. Just 10 seconds after the explosion of a 1 megaton bomb, the fireball spreads a mile in diameter. The rapidly expanding nuclear fireball then pushes into the surrounding air, creating a blast wave that consists of an abrupt increase in the air pressure. The blast waves initially move at a speed of thousands of miles per hour but slow down as they spread. Experts say the wave carries nearly 50% of the bomb's explosive energy and is responsible for most of the physical destruction. Scientists explain that fires started by the thermal flash or by blast effects can combine and create a single gigantic blaze called a firestorm that can develop its own winds and cause the fire to spread. This firestorm then engulfs everything that's left. During the Second World War bombing of Germany's Hamburg, inflammable chemicals resulted in a firestorm that claimed 45,000 lives. The nuclear bombing of Hiroshima in 1945 also resulted in a firestorm.
Stage 2, nuclear fallout.
Deaths will continue to rise even after the initial bombing phase. The fallout risk is most severe in the 48 hours after the blast, with over 186 million deaths likely. Studies show that small fission weapons like those used at Hiroshima and Nagasaki produce local fallout, but the fission-fusion-fission design used in modern thermonuclear weapons will likely have a global fallout. Experts say nearly half the population, which experiences a total radiation dose of about 350 Roentgens over the next few days, are likely to die from acute radiation poisoning. 500 Roentgens is considered a fatal dose for humans, but global radiation levels in the northern hemisphere are estimated to peak close to 4,000 Roentgens in a nuclear fallout. The level of fallout also depends on where the bomb is detonated. Detonation in the air creates more widespread destruction, while an on-ground detonation will limit global impact but destroy the immediate area of attack. According to studies, contamination from a nuclear fallout may last for years and even decades. However, the dominant lethal effects last from days to weeks. Scientists say survivors exposed to fallout are at high risk of cancer throughout the rest of their lives. Nearly 140,000 people in Hiroshima and 73,000 in Nagasaki died within 5 months of the nuclear attack. According to the Red Cross, over 10,000 survivors of the 1945 blasts have been treated in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and most of the deaths were cancer-related.
Stage 3, nuclear winter.
During the third stage, a nuclear winter would descend on the entire world. Scientists say the ash and soot that spread in the atmosphere during a nuclear war would have a serious cooling effect on the climate. 330 billion pounds of soot and smoke would be lifted up into the upper atmosphere and would potentially block most of the sunlight, causing the Earth's temperature to drop by 13 degrees Fahrenheit. Within a month, most plants, including all food crops, would die. Soot penetration through the stratosphere would also cause severe damage to the Earth's ozone layer, letting in harmful ultraviolet rays from the sun. Studies claim that within 10 months of the nuclear war, the total deaths worldwide would exceed 548 million, or nearly 7% of the entire human population. While 1 or even 2 nuclear explosions may not have global ramifications, the detonation of 100 warheads, equal to the size of the one dropped on Hiroshima in 1945, would lower global temperatures considerably. Soil and water supplies would be contaminated for many thousands of years, leading to the deaths of billions over the years. There's also a high probability of global mass extinction, including that of the human species. Scientists explain that worldwide famine during this period would result in the deaths of more than 5 billion people. "2022 is the closest the world has come to a nuclear conflict since the Cuban Missile Crisis in 1962. Now, while it's hard to predict how or what kind of nuclear weapon Russia may use, experts say Putin may deploy one or more of his tactical nuclear bombs, which are designed to have limited impact on the battlefield. A tactical nuclear weapon has 0.3 kilotons to 100 kilotons of explosive power compared to the Tsar Bomba or the 58 megaton bomb that Russia tested in 1961. The world's combined inventory of nuclear warheads is deeply concerning. 9 countries possess roughly over 12,705 nuclear warheads, of which over 9,000 are in military stockpiles. Approximately 90% of all nuclear warheads are owned by Russia and the United States. Studies say Russia's nuclear arsenal alone is capable of causing 100 times more destruction than what was seen in the Second World War. So will Russia and the West cross the nuclear threshold, or will world leaders realize that a nuclear war can never be won and hence must never be fought?